I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys. So you guys are in for a super treat, man. This guy right here, this guy is the epitome of coming into Primerica and just taking off, like just humongous. Okay, check this out, guys. So Donald and Breanna McNeil. Okay, they're both fully licensed. They both have their 63 and their 26 license. Okay. From the moment that they came into the business, the moment they got RVPs was exactly 12 months. Okay. That's 12 months to go RVP, okay? Now, 8 months later, so keep in mind, now we're 20 months in, they built a $100,000 base shop in less than 2 years and being in Primerica, okay? And in 24 months, and I said 36, in 24 months, so meaning they started and 24 months later, they're over 300,000 in income, okay? Their QBI is rocking over 80%, okay? Their average monthly premium is on average base shop premium is over 80,000, right? And these people are just absolutely incredible. So, guys, there's no one better to take notes from today than doing it quick, okay? So, everybody, if you can unmute yourself and give it up for the amazing, the incredible Donald and Breanna McNeil.
Let's go. Let's go. Way to
What's up?
go.
What's up? This is awesome, you guys.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Hey, obviously, Edward, man, this is a huge honor, man, to be on your call, man, and to be on a call, man. We Ortiz is like 9K away from 700,000. That's phenomenal too,
Let's
man.
go.
Oh my goodness. Hey, look. That's rare air in Primerica. Obviously, you know, anything over 500,000, like you're getting into the stratosphere, right? Like you were exiting, you know, you like Mars is like the next route, right? $1 million a year, only 100 and some people ever in the history of the company. You know, we averaging 130,000 licensed agents for years, right? 12,000 RVPs when Art was doing it, right? So to be up at 700,000, that's a phenomenal deal. Edward, I don't know what I owe you for putting me on this call with them being 9K away. But we're going to light this thing up, man. We are going to encourage you guys and inspire you to do, you know, just amazing things because in Primerica, the beauty of this company, I'm sorry, we got people cooking like in the house. And so African Americans can't cook in the snow. So just let I don't know if you guys know, I mean, you know, ethnic stereotypes kind of go like happen around here. So we eating chicken and it's snowing. So if smoke come, y'all just know, just keep it rolling. Right. So but what I was talking about is that you can truly make all of your dreams happen in Primerica in a very short period of time. Right. Primerica is not one of these, man, work 20, 30 years companies, retire with a pension. I'm talking about work 3 to 5 years, all you got, right? And retire with overrides, retire with ownership, retire with, like, you know, when we're getting our ownership packet, and I was asking Bill Whittle, we're in Bill Whittle's hierarchy, and my wife is going to be pulling up some pictures. This stuff's going to be phenomenal. But I was asking Bill, I said, Bill, what's in the ownership packet? And he was like, well, in the beginning, they offer you about $3 million for your business. Well, if you sell it, I said, Bill, I got to make a $3 million decision like next week. Said, Bill, I ain't that rich yet. Like I may sell this company. I don't know. I may sell my whole base shop, right? No, but me and Breanna are such Primericans at the heart. We probably will never sell our business. I don't care how much money Arizon has. Mario can't buy my business. Carlos Leon can't buy my business. Mika Saunders can't buy my business. Guys, come on. H-Chong might be able to buy my business if he let me on one of them yachts. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, I just want you guys to know we love Primerica and we love the leaders in Primerica. So Eric Ortiz, man, you got my heart, brother. I can't wait to see you hit. I can't wait to see you hit 700K. That's gonna be a big deal. Let me get my wife this meeting ID 789-144.
Perfect.
3674. Hey, y'all let her in. We're gonna share the screen. We're gonna start talking about our stories. We're gonna allow you guys to have Q&A. everything that Edward said about me was half true. We're just decent human beings in Primerica. So let's go ahead and get the screen shared and we're gonna rock. Actually, we gotta enable it.
That's it. All we need to be able to do is share screen, and we're about to take off, you guys. Got some great stuff to show you about our story and how we've been, going our first 2 years here in business. But thank you guys so much for having us on here. We're super, super excited to show you guys what we got. But let me see. Y'all can share my screen now.
Yep.
Perfect.
Hey, let me correct that. Ed is almost at 700,000. Eric is at 300,000. Okay, I got you. I appreciate it. I don't know.
All right, you guys.
Everybody have no problems.
All right, so we've shared our screen. Guys, we gotta look back at the past, and don't laugh at our high school pictures now. But when we talk about where we came from, y'all
on fire.
Getting life together. We are getting life together this morning. Look, he said you can't cook anymore. All right.
Like you can't.
So when we talk about where we came from, you guys, Donald talks about his history back in school and how we got our hands on such a phenomenal opportunity like this. And what would you say? You always tell me about your GPA back in either high school.
About 2.2. When I got to college, it was like a 1.89. It was really crazy.
He was struggling, you guys. That's what he's trying to say. He was struggling a little bit. And so when we look at that and where we came from versus where we are now, guys, you got to realize that this company is open to any and everybody that has a passion, that has a desire to do something big. And me, I wasn't struggling as much, but still, I was still trying to learn life out. I was still trying to figure out where I wanted to go in life. And to see us now 2 years later and what has happened, 2 years later since we started this company, but just thinking back to high school, you guys, and at that time, we might not have felt like anything. We might not have known where we were going. We might not have been making the grades. Any other opportunity would have told us no. Any other business would have told us no. And here we come to Primerica some years later, and now they have an opportunity for us, and we were ready to take full advantage of that opportunity. And so the picture you're seeing here now, you guys, where it says we came in humble, we joined the company, Primerica, in January of 2019. January of 2019, guys, at this Fast Start School, this is a Bill Whittle Fast Start School. We were not in the company. Oh my goodness. We were not in the company. We were in the crowd at the Fast Start School. Somebody told us that we just needed to get there. Our coach told us that we just needed to be there. He's like, hey, just come see it. Come see it. It's going to change your life. It's going to be something phenomenal for you. And so all we did was make sure that we got there. We actually didn't have the money to get there, you guys. He gave us $100 in gas money to get to this event because at the time we weren't making very much money. And so Don always talks about his jacket and this tie in this picture. And, he talks about how he had to borrow that jacket. And, I don't know why he had yellow and gray on. I think it was a gold and silver event and he thought it was matching. I'm not sure, but we were in the room. And that's the biggest part of starting anything great or taking advantage of something great or making a big decision, is just to make sure that you're in the room. So we came in humble. And after that event, you guys, we got to see so many people winning, so many people doing great things, and they looked just like us. They look just like him. They look just like me. They were any age, any shape, any size, any color. And we're competitive. So we're sitting in the crowd and we're like, look, if they can do it, I know I can win. If they can win, I know I can win. And so as soon as, yes, master's jacket, as soon as we finished the event, we went out in the hallway, and he wasn't our coach yet because we hadn't joined the company, but we said, coach, we heard everybody else calling him coach, said, coach, what do we have to do? What are the next steps? Tell us what we need to do. And he's like, well, first things first, you got to join the company, because you guys haven't even signed the IBA yet, right? So he laid it out for us what we needed to do. And guys, when your coach or your upline or whoever it is gives you the game plan, don't waste time. So what did we do? As soon as we got back home, we went home and paid our IBAs. We didn't have the money to pay our IBAs. I must have liked this guy a lot because I paid for his on a credit card. Don't do that for your boyfriends, but he paid me back a lot, right? So we paid for him on a credit card. We got started and it worked out. It worked out, right? But we both saw the potential. We saw what could come of it. And coming back, you guys, the first thing he told us was that we needed to do our IBAs, but also go get licensed, right? Guess how long it took us to get licensed, you guys? We went to Fast Start School January with the 26. Do you see the pass date on these exam notices? February 1st. It was about 1 week, 5 days later. We went to a 2-day class, stayed there for 2 days in the hotel that we also could not afford, but we knew that it was going to be worth it. We came back home, studied for 4 or 5 days. We both went and took that test and we passed. So that was the first great thing that we did, was not wasting time on our business, understanding how good it was going to be to go after it with everything that we have. And I want Don to kind of touch on what it looked like for us to just compete at our level. You know, when you want something, you got to go for it, but you got to also know who you're competing with, why you're competing, and then get the feel of, look, let me master where I am before I try to go somewhere else.
Absolutely, guys. And so the first thing we wanted to do is be the best, because we realized that Primerica ranks by classes, right? Senior rep, rep, senior rep, district, division, regional, RVP, SVP, NSD, SNSD, right? And what we realized is that the older people get, guys, and I want to get that off my screen. So the older people get in Primerica, usually the less they work and the more overrides they get, right? So we realized it like this. If you're the best in 8th grade, chances are, if you keep working, you're going to be the best in 9th grade. And if you be the best in 10th grade, and 11th grade, and 12th grade, and then college, and then pros, and then beyond, right? So when you think about it, LeBron James didn't have to do anything more than be the best where he was at the time that he was. Because right now, LeBron's the best in the pros, but he's just better than everybody he was. You know, he's been better than them. It's just when you get skill, or, you know, or you getting a lot of accolades or awards, you start just kind of tallying things back. So we say, you know what? When we get our license, we're going to be the best senior rep in the company. And then when we get promoted to district, you also got promoted to district. The people that couldn't beat us at senior rep. So doggone it, you couldn't beat me at senior rep, you're not going to beat me at district. So some of y'all need to be the best district in the building. Some of you don't be worried about trying to be an NSD tomorrow. Are you the best division in your state? Can any division in Florida outwork you, right? That's the thing you need to be thinking about, right? And we were committed to that goal, right? And we created a vision, right? We actually, if you guys look at this deeply, we actually wrote out our RVP day. We wrote out that we were going to win MVP. We went out, when we're going to get the regional. Like if you look at really closely, your number one division, hey man, you better be the number one regional. Doggone it, you better be the number one regional. If they beating you at regional, it's going to be a problem because you're already number one. That means you slacked up, right? May regional, right? And then November RVP, guys.
And guys, if I can add something to this, you got to realize what we did. This is a cork board that I think I found somewhere for free. We ordered this little thin calendar and we pinned it to this board and we got some expo markers. You don't need a lot to get started. And this was so phenomenal. I'm like, look, we're going to write on here. We got like 19 appointments in February when we first got started. We're going to put the days that we're going to promote. We were just excited. And so some of you just got to get excited about where you're going and what you have and use what you have. You don't need a lot. We did this in like the laundry room of the little house that we were staying in at the time. It was crazy, but it got us to where we wanted to go.
Right. And so we started casting vision, guys. And the biggest thing about casting a vision is that understanding you don't have to be living the vision that you're casting. Right? You just got to be heading towards it.
Yep.
Some people think I got to get there and then I can cast it. Actually, by the time you get there, you're not going to want to cast it, right? Think about how many times Bill Gates actually cast his vision. No, because he's hoping that you don't find out he's in the grocery store standing next to you. He really don't even want you to know. He's got so many millions and things like that, right? You will never see Ian Prunkner like, hey, like, guys, look how much money I got, because Ian really doesn't care that you know it all, right? But when Ian was on his way, when Bill Gates was on his way, he was telling people Microsoft gonna be the biggest thing ever. My business in Primerica is gonna be the biggest thing ever, right? We're gonna do something phenomenal. So when we took these pictures, guys, we found the dirtiest alley we could find because we realized if your background is ugly, you look better. Now, Breanna don't need all that, right? Breanna don't need that, but I need that. I know I'm not on the prettiest side, and my background don't look that well. There's some dumpsters and alleyways. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna look good right here, right? Take this picture, guys. But this is where we were living when we took those pictures, right? You walk in the front door. Literally, this is the description of the house. You walk in that little door on the left. I kid you not even 3 feet from you is the kitchen. You turn around, the bed is almost touching you. So the bedroom's right there.
It's not a room at all.
It's not a room.
It's a bed.
It's a bed. You know what I'm saying? All of it, there's no dividers here, right? And so across that way is, you know, if you walk about 10 feet in front of you, you ever seen a free throw line in the high school basketball in a gym? Okay, go start at the free throw line, walk to the basket, there's the living room. Turn left, right? You know where the people stand on the side? That's the bathroom. I kid you not. We could watch each other use the bathroom and cook the dinner at the same time. Me and Breanna, I promise you guys, were not living the most lavish life, but we got MVP and RVP from this house.
Right, and I just got to flashback, you guys, because you got to see, like you said, this is where we were, but nobody knew this was where we were. We looked like this whenever we showed up. So the vision you're casting is showing where you're going, right? It's showing people where you're going to be. You don't let them see where you are right now. If your situation looks like this, that doesn't matter to anybody but you. You show them, hey, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm going to do. I'm doing big things now. I'm doing something new. I got a passion. I got a dream. I got ambition. And that's what they see. They don't see this. Nobody knew, y'all, and this house was like infested with spiders and everything, but we went home every day after looking like this, fought the spiders, slept well, and then got up the next day and did it all over again, and nobody ever knew what our situation was.
Right, and so what you have to do, obviously, in Primerica is go ahead and get those licenses so you can level up your confidence. Confidence, guys. A lot of times you're not doing what you need to do or not saying what you need to say on an appointment because you don't know what a Series 6 means. You don't know what Series 63 means. You don't know what a Series 26 means until you pass, and then you get that random email. Hey, this is just your local Charles Schwab. This is your local Merrill Lynch. We got a job offering $75,000 a year. If you come and take it, join us, right? We'd love to have interviews. I'm like, Charles Schwab want me? Oh, little old me, Merrill Lynch wants me? I just got an offer. I kid you not, we crossed over 300,000. I got an offer from Edward Jones saying they want me to start at $90,000 a year. I say, y'all crazy. Y'all done lost y'all mind. You want me to take a third pay cut? They said, Mr. McNeil, we will pay your salary for like 10 years or whatever. And then after that, you have to pay us back and all this type of stuff. I said, no. Right? Because I realized my value. So we started studying and increasing our net worth with every license. And guess how much we paid for the licenses? $124 one time a year ago. This is the craziest thing ever, guys. You are part of a company that will help you go further. So we got our Series 26. We opened our first office, guys. And when we opened this office, obviously we didn't know too much about money, right? We was making money, we didn't know a lot about it. So we spent a lot of money not knowing we was gonna have to furnish our own office. So we went to Lowe's, bought some red paint, painted the wall. We had #1s in the state, so you couldn't beat us, so whatever. Right, that's our only decoration. We the best, right? We are the best, and we had like 10 chairs.
That's it.
That's the whole office right here. Guys, we used to bring people to this office. We was fired up. Jessica Bankston, you couldn't stop us from putting people in this doggone office. We was hyped.
Look at it, y'all.
Look at it. You don't see it? You don't see what we used to bring people in the office and say, you don't see it? And like, but me and Breanna had so much vision. This is what we were seeing. This is what we saw. Other people ain't see that, but we saw a grand opening, right? We saw my mama and friends with us. We saw our office eventually littered in plaques and golds and trophies and #1s and championships and crowns. And guys, it just, we just seen the bigness of the office. That office that had those black chairs in it don't have that anymore because those the PFSU chairs now. Now we got a licensing class in there, right? We got cushion chairs. God, what you talking about? We flexing on the small things in Primerica. We got cushion chairs. How you can't build a business if they give you cushion chair? Everybody want a cushion chair. They gonna close the policy because of the cushion chair, I promise you. You got to build your business, guys. You got to be fired up about your business. Look at that.
I had to rewind.
Go ahead, Bree.
Because we keep talking about casting vision, y'all. People are going to think you're crazy when you cast your vision.
Absolutely.
When people walked into this office, they thought we were crazy. They're like, y'all, ain't nothing in here. It's a red wall, it's some chairs. There are no desks. There's like 3 offices, no desk, no printer, no phone, nothing. It was just the 3 of us. It was me, him, and our recruit, Maurice Nelson, who is our replacement leg and is also now our VP.
Come on.
Guys, it was the 3 of us in this office staring at each other every day. And we say, look, one day.
Every day.
One day,
Every day.
there's going to be some big stuff happening in this office. I can see it. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And nobody else can see it with us. And you got to be okay with people not seeing your vision and not wanting to come along with you on your journey because you sound crazy.
Yeah.
But you got to understand what's riding on you sounding crazy. Can you sacrifice sounding crazy for what's getting ready to happen in your life? Can you sacrifice sounding crazy for what God has in store for you? Because if we didn't sound crazy, and we were in this office like this for maybe a few months, y'all, and we was bringing everybody to it, come see. There was no sign, no hours, nothing. But look at what came from it, because we were willing to risk what we looked like to other people, what we sounded like to other people, for what we knew was going to happen.
Absolutely.
Just because we believed it.
Absolutely. Right. And this is one of the biggest turning points in our lives, guys. Getting to our first company trip. Right. So when we joined 24 months ago. Right. So 2019, January, we joined, we got licensed. So the first company trip was Puerto Rico, Punta Cana. Right. We didn't qualify because we only been in the company 2 months. So we can't qualify. Right. So we missed that one. We were too broke to go to convention in June. I kid you not. Me and Breanna planned a wedding with $6,000, thinking we had $1 million. In our mind, 6,000 was $1 million. We planned a wedding. We started paying people we couldn't even afford to go to convention. So we skipped convention. We tell our coaches, look, we will never miss another convention. We got to stay home and work. We got to set appointments. We got to do our own thing, right? So June, the whole summer, we work. We don't go to no trips, no nothing. We don't do nothing, right? So we like #1 for the Bahamas that next February because we ain't playing no games. Like we missed convention and Puerto Rico. Dominican, man, forget y'all. Like forget everybody. You know what I'm saying? We making it, right? And when we went, man, you will be shocked at how many leaders are real. Like not fake, but real life. Take pictures with you, hug you, care about you. Like we were walking past Derek Cornegay right here. We weren't like, hey, Cornegay, can we take a picture? We were like, I hope he doesn't see me, right? I hope he don't see me. I don't even have my RVP lanyard yet because they wouldn't give them to us at first because like we got the contract, but it wasn't like on POL. So like we had to like prove to people we signed the contract to get our lanyards, right? So you're gonna see that in a little bit, right? But Gary was like, hey guys, take a picture with me. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? And so we told him where we were in business and he was just motivating and so encouraging, right? And Breanna always talks about this, guys, we're not gonna go over, we got more to show you, but we're gonna rapid fire this thing out.
Right. But like you said, guys, on these company trips, winning big, going to big events, winning the trips, you're gonna see who's around you and it's all the winners and who doesn't wanna be around the winners and people that are gonna pour into you. It doesn't matter what their level of income is. And so in the airport, we ran into Tanya Poe, and guess what? She was getting on the same plane as us. She was like 3 rows back, and she's like, "Hey, yeah, I'll take a picture with you guys." And then who else did we see? We saw Eric and Amber Davis, $1 million earners, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, I'll pour into you. I'll give you a picture as well, guys." Get in the room with the people that are winning. Get in the room where there's always going to be great content shared. If there's ever an event that you go to, you guys. And there's a difference between the people talking on this side and that side. They're talking about nothing. And these people are talking about business. Go where the people are talking about business. Go where they can pour into you and teach you something that you don't already know. And guys, on this trip, it says our proudest moment because we were so excited. You see, we have our RVP lanyards on here now because we literally stalked the people that were hosting the event. Like, look, we are RVPs. We've been RVPs for like 10 days. Give us our lanyards. And we got our lanyards before we went on stage, you guys. But we were top 10 regional leaders. And we got our future jerseys. And there's nothing that could top that experience. But one of the great things about this event, you guys, when we first got started in Primerica, my mom was one of the people that did not believe in what we were doing. My mom has my best intentions at heart. She wants to see me win. She wants to see me do something great. But she also believed heavily in my degrees. The degrees back here on the wall that cost us $60,000 that we don't use anymore. So my job that I had at the time was a real job, and Primerica sounded a little fishy. So she was like, look, baby, just don't quit your real job. Keep your real job that's tied to your degree that doesn't pay you enough to survive, but it's real, okay? She did not believe. But on this company trip, guess what, you guys? We brought my parents with us. My mom is now in the company studying to get her license with us. She is going to build a legacy with us. They had the best time in the world, sipping pina coladas, walking with their toes in the sand. But she got to see what this opportunity could afford us if we just kept going. Even if I didn't listen to her and I just kept going, there are going to be so many people that are trying to discourage you. And sometimes it's not intentional. They just feel like they know something that you don't know. But you got to know what you know and not allow them to persuade you. So that was a life-changing moment for us, bringing them along.
You got to go back before we start jumping the diamonds. I got to put a personal note in here, right? So we got married January 2020. We took them to the Bahamas February 2020. Now, you know how Pops is. You're going to take care of my daughter. You're going to do the right thing by her. You're going to be able to afford her life financially. You got to be able to feel the power move that I made. Like, no, I'm going to take care of you and your wife. I'm going to take care of you and your generation. Like, I ain't just talking about your daughter. Like, we good. Pop's been good with me ever since. He don't ask me about no money. He just assumed we got it. We go out to eat. He buying stuff knowing I got it. Guys, you got to do that for your wife. You can't be having her dad walk around thinking that he got something on you. Forget that. No, you got the family, guys. And so that's neither here nor there. Pops, I love him. If he ever sees this recording, I love him. I just had to flex on him real quick. I'm going to take you to the Bahamas, right? So let's start jumping these diamonds, guys. And so when we got back, we got that RVP contract and we realized what we have, guys. And I want you guys to know, the RVP contract is the greatest contract in American business, hands down. There's no competition to it. There's nothing that has been created nor will be created that can compete with the RVP contract. Reason being because the RVP contract leads to the senior vice president contract, and the senior vice president contract pretty much guarantees you $300,000 a year, and $300,000 a year in Primerica guarantees you can sell this business for 12 times what you make annually, which is about $3.6 million on the dot. You walk away. Primerica will buy the business back from you. You ain't got to find the buyer. The company will buy it back from you. And if the company will buy something for $3.6 million, and we understand buy-term investing difference, and we understand financial principles as far as investing and reaping what you sow, right, and the things like that, you think it's worth a little bit more than $3.6 million? Absolutely. The company wouldn't buy something for $3.6 million if it wasn't worth more than $3.6 million. So that's what we understood about the RVP contract. Herbalife ain't going to do that for you. Total Life Changes ain't going to do that for you. It Works ain't going to do that for you. Forex ain't going to do that for you. Your real job is not going to do that for you. It is nowhere how much you can work to be able to sell the business because they don't have that opportunity. So we went back and literally we restarted our business. 1,000 name list, Ian Prunkner, started watching SoundCloud. We rebuilt the list. We re-qualified for RVP. We started going in the field more than ever. When I tell you 3 to 5 appointments a day was a must, 3 to 5 appointments a day is an absolute must. There is no they reschedule. No, you rebooked. They reschedule, you rebook. You find somebody that will meet with you in the next 30 minutes to an hour to talk about your business. Guys, we started casting that vision. 50K in May. We went 100K in March. And then 100K in May. So 50K in March, 100K in May, 200K in August. In August, right here, we were the fastest to $100,000 base shop in Bill Widow's hierarchy. Right? Now, I don't want to name the names in Bill Widow's hierarchy, but I will. Glenn Lee, College Temple, Eugene Lazard, Charles and Bonita Goldsmith, Bill Widow himself, Blake Widow. Do we need to keep doing Troy Fields? All these guys are legends to me, guys. I want you guys to know I'm not cocky, I'm not arrogant, man, but I love this company. And when you get in rare air, rare air, man. $100,000 base shop. Come back in November. 250. You got to think, we doing this with whatever's rolling off from the last year. Guys, we're jumping diamonds like no other, and it's because our team got that unity, right? And so this year, we were Fab 5 #1 on stage at Bill Widow's Fast Start School. The only person beat us is obviously a legend in the company, man. Doggone Jake Frugier Jr. He beat us. We were #1 in premium. he was number one in recruits. I'm not saying not making any excuses, but you know, they give 1,000 points for the recruits. I'm just saying it would have been close, right? But he killed us in recruiting, and that guy's just phenomenal.
And guys, I want to tell you guys right here, we had just hit 250 back in November. And so at this moment, at this Fast Start School, you know, this was January of this year. So we're running, we're trying to get to 300,000. We're trying to get there. At the event, you guys, we were like 5,000 away?
Yep.
We were 5,000 away from hitting 300,000. And they just knew that when we came, we were going to have hit 300,000.
Yeah,
and so at the event, you guys, they actually had this on the stage. I don't know if you guys can see me. It has the 3 diamonds on it. They already had the plaque for us. We saw it and they took it from us. They said, nope, you're 5,000 away. You can't have it. When I tell you I was upset, I said, look, we got to go home. We got to put this work in. We got to do whatever we got to do to hit 300,000 because they just took my award from me and won my award. But you got to respect them for it. They didn't give us what we didn't earn. They didn't give us what we didn't deserve. So we went home. We worked like crazy. We hit 300,000 before February. So maybe it wasn't like the next 7-8 days.
Yeah.
And then they mailed it to us instead. So they still gave it to us. They didn't give it to us at the event. They mailed it to us. And we came home and hit that $300,000, you guys. And look at this. Look at this. Like he said, there's no other opportunity, no other business that you can go to. They might promise you income. They might promise you money. They might promise you that you can build something. But at the end of the day, there's not going to be really any company that compete with us when it comes to ownership. Can I own it? Can I sell it? Is it mine? If it's not, don't tell me it's mine, right? And so guys, we were able to do this 24 months after signing our IBA. So you got to think back to what I told you at the beginning of this, of us being in that event at that Fast Start School, wearing a yellow jacket, a gray tie, and a little dress, not in the company, but in the room getting fired up, inspired. And when we left, we said, look, what do we have to do? We got to go home and sign an IBA. Let's do it. And then 24 months later, we're here owning a company that we can sell, we can pass down to our kids, we can keep it, we can continue to build that thing. But there's nowhere else that you can go that's going to allow you to do that, allow the guy that used to struggle in school with his test to do that. And that right there, guys, that in itself is worth whatever it costs you to build this business. I don't care how long it's going to take you. I don't care how much effort you got to put it in. There's not a price tag on freedom. You can't put a price tag on that. Well, how much do I have to do? Is it going to be real hard? How many years will it take? It doesn't matter. We give people 20, 30 years all the time, and they don't give us anything but maybe enough in a retirement check to retire. And if not, it's our fault. We got to go back to work, right? So Donna switched the screen, you guys. These are some keys to success. That these are things that we applied during this story, during our journey so far that helped us. And you heard it first. We did not waste time when our coach told us what the next steps were. Hey, get your promotion, get licensed, go make some money. Whatever it was, guys, we went and did it, and we did it fast. We did it as fast as we possibly could because we knew, hey, if I do it fast, I can move fast, I can promote fast, I can build fast. I can do this, right? So we didn't waste time. We learned from our mistakes. You're going to make a lot of mistakes in this business because you don't know what you're doing. You're just getting started, or it's something brand new. You probably haven't been a business owner before. You probably don't know how to save your money the right way. You probably don't know how to talk to people without hurting their feelings and making them mad at you. But those are all things that you're going to learn. And when you learn it, you guys learn from your mistake. We prided ourselves on saying we never make the same mistake twice. Nope. We make it once, we'll learn it, we'll teach our team so they don't have to learn it as well, and we'll keep moving. We're not going to get discouraged. Also, guys, constantly seek knowledge. We sought out knowledge from everybody, everywhere, at any time, middle of the night, YouTube, podcast, whatever it was, because I knew that if I got my knowledge down pat, I would be the professional. I could serve anybody. I could overcome an objection. I could sit down with somebody that maybe makes more money than me right now, but I know sooner or later I'm going to catch it because I have my knowledge. So make sure that you're learning and you're being a student of the business.
Right. And so obviously mastering your skills, guys. How you master your skills. That's you have there's some things in Primerica that are taught and some things in Primerica that are caught, right? I'm sure you guys can guess which one's more valuable. The things that are caught. Right? So what does that mean? You got to spend enough time in the gym. You got to spend enough time around your leaders. You got to spend enough time in the field to catch the things that can't be taught. Right? Everybody in Primerica, I promise you, they're trying their best to teach you everything. That's the crazy thing about the company. We are trying. POL, the homepage, right? The on-demand. You know how many videos are out in Primerica? Do you know why they keep getting speakers and speakers and speakers? You know why they keep like doing conference calls and Zooms and even Edward, right, to get us on here and Ed Ortiz and Eric, right, and Jason and all the RVPs, guys, and Joe, right? I see these RVPs. You know why they got us in front of you? Because they're trying to get us to teach you something that for the most part, you can only catch it. You gotta catch it, right? And when people were telling me, man, you know, you gotta stay committed to your craft. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. You know what I caught? I caught that they didn't go to every family reunion. You know what you catch? You catch the fact that when somebody told them no, it took them 30 seconds to get over it instead of 3 hours. Oh man, you know other things that you catch. No matter how good you are to a recruit, you can't transform their life. They have to transform their life. The only thing you can do for any recruit, any person on your team, motivate, inspire, equip. You can't transform. That's God's job and that's their job. You cannot transform. I'm gonna read that back. You motivate, you inspire, and you equip. You give them the passion they need. You give them the inspiration because you lead from the front, and you give them the tools that they need to do what they need to do. Anything other than that, you can't do nothing with. But you got to catch that, right? You can't be taught that. Somebody be trying to teach you, don't worry about this recruit, don't worry about this recruit, don't worry about it. Guess what you do? Go sit in your house for 3 months because they ain't answering your phone call. Forget that person. Leave them. Catch what people are doing. What are the RVPs doing? You see the RVPs sitting down taking notes. You see them in front of the camera. You see them, you see them already dressed up, but you laying in the bed. Catch it. Catch what's going on, guys. You can't be taught. I can't teach you everything. You got to walk in the gym. You know what Kobe Bryant, what I love about Kobe? Kobe caught what Jordan was doing. He couldn't be Michael Jordan. Right? Nobody could be Michael Jordan. But Kobe caught what Michael was doing. Now, Michael was in the league in the 80s. Nobody could catch it. 90s, nobody caught it. But something happened around 96 to 2000. This young kid came in and said, I'm going to do everything Jordan's doing. I'm going to be fanatical about the game. I'm going to be relentless about hard work. I'm going to be a master of my footwork and learning the system and being coachable. And now, it's beautiful to see somebody catch it. Jason Ortiz, man, you know how you're going to feel when you recruit that person that catches it? Not what you teach them, but what they caught because they're around, they're in the gym, and they look like you. God dog it, they walking like you. Like you start, oh man, that dude's too cop. Oh man, he don't know what's going to happen to him. You don't know where you're going to be in this business, guys. And when you catch the right things, you're going to become the answer and not the problem in your base shop. All base shops are going to have problems and issues. All teams are going to have problems and issues. I don't know a football team or a basketball team is not going to have problems and issues, but somebody can become the answer. Somebody on the team has to become the answer, right? Cast the right visions. And all right, what I mean by that is don't post crazy stuff on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and expect those people to become your clients. Guys, you're advertising. Primerica does no TV or radio advertisement, but you are a billboard. You are a walking billboard. If you talking about getting high or getting drunk this weekend, I'm not trusting you with my life insurance policy. Have your fun. Of course, party. Do your thing. But it ain't got to be a broadcast. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, say this is what you do with all your commission money. Right, this is what you do with my business, guys. Cast vision. Let people know where you're going, the business you're gonna build, and clean out anything. Anybody that's negative, that don't want to see you win, you don't need to be around them people because those people will come back when you won, and they will have their hand out, expecting something to be in your hand, and nothing will be in your hand because you kept them in your circle. I'm going to say that again. There will be nothing in your hand because you kept them in your circle. If you get away from them, what God tell Abraham? Get away from your people, get away from your tribe, and I will make you an exceeding great nation. I will make you the father of, a father of many generations, right? And so Abraham got away from his people. And then when his people needed him, like Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah, you got something in your head. Come on, Lot. Come on out of here. I got a nation you can come to because I went and built something. Breanna had to get away from her people a little bit. I had to get away from my people a little bit. Does it mean I hate them? No, I love my family. I love my friends, but I got to have something in my hand because they're going to need you. Guys, that's all we got.
That's it. I'm about to stop sharing the screen. Look, we got any questions, comments, look, we're here for it. I love sharing this morning because it's even phenomenal for us to look back at sometimes to realize where we came from.
I got a question.
Absolutely.
Hey, this is Brian Turner. I'm an RVP, direct from Ed Ortiz. Great story, guys. I love you guys' passion. It's awesome, contagious. When you guys were running and skipping those diamonds, was it just you guys like off your personal pen, or did you guys have like some beast regionals or divisions or districts?
Oh, look, I'm gonna let him go too. It was not just us, not by any means. And so when we came back from that company trip in February, in March, when we had that 50K, we got our 50K watch and then made another 50K before May. We came back home with our team, sat down with them and vision cast and say, guys, this is what we're gonna do. So we rallied the troops. Everybody bought into where we were going, where they were going, all their promotions. And when we all started running in one direction, that's where the explosion came from. It would have, we would have been able to do some of this on our own, but it would have been a lot harder than actually working with a team, getting them inspired and showing them where they could go as well. So we all bought in. A lot of times we're all trying to do something individually, but if you start running in the same direction with your team and with your coach, you guys, you're all going to win. So the diamonds, we give credit to them all the time, especially 300,000. They rallied behind us again and said, look, y'all, let's go for our promotions. Let's go to hit the numbers. And while we're hitting the numbers, they're going to hit the numbers. But it definitely happened because of our team.
Yeah, so just the X's and O's side of it, we started when we went RVP, we realized our contracts is ridiculous. But we realized that the field training bonus is even more ridiculous. Okay. And so in the beginning, our personal pen was heavily involved with helping people build their field training bonus. We had three people that had field training bonuses over $5,000, right? So we really sold the field training bonus. I feel like the field training bonus is almost more impactful than district promotion. I kid you not, because obviously you're not doing the work really. You're showing up smiling and telling your cousin that, hey, this guy's phenomenal, right? And then I come in with the skill and ability to close the deal, right? And so we were writing, between 15K and 20K, literally personal, because we were field training. And then when they got licensed, they get licensed with a $4,000 or $5,000 or $6,000 bonus. They start with a district promotion and now they're rocking and rolling. And the only thing they know is the workload of 15 to 20K. And so as districts, divisions, and regionals, they're doing 15, 20K. And then we're overriding that. And then we're sliding in about 5 to 10K personal every month. But your personal pen is going to be the key to your explosion. And that field training bonus, if you're not maximizing the field training bonus, I truly don't think you'll ever be big in Primerica. Because it's so massive, it gets everybody at least $3,000 in premium. There's no reason why somebody shouldn't have $3,000 in premium, knowing they're going to get paid $300 for each one if you just match it with a team member. That's a big, big deal, and you can do that limitlessly, right? You can just continue to 300. Every new recruit should have $1,000 bonus. That's how we feel. In our base, and that's something that we actually preach and teach. That means whoever recruited them is going to write at least $3,000 personal in order for somebody to have that $1,000 bonus. And so, guys, if you're new on this call, you need to be thinking about your bonus and why it's not over, or why it's not over $1,000. You shouldn't be licensed in this company and not get $1,000. That's the check, and the company's going to do that if you just follow the lead of your coach. So if your coach is telling you to get on appointments and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to study first. Well, you need to be doing both. You're missing money. And I don't know if you came in here to throw away free money. I don't know. This is kind of, I'm ranting now, RVP. So I'm getting on to them because people come in this company to throw away money. I thought you came in here to make money and save money. Why? Oh, you throwing away money because you don't understand the system? Well, I do. And I understand that you're throwing away $1,000 if you don't field train. Or you can get a license with a 25% contract. Go ahead. See how that's going to work out for you. That's not going to work out for you. I want you to get your $300 because you deserve it for every policy that you do before you license. But that's how that explosion really kicked off. And then we taught them to start getting people big bonuses. And then recently we just had another like $3,000 or $4,000 bonus.
Yep.
So that's the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Not a problem, Coach.
Guys.
Hey.
Hey, this is Jackie Ortiz. I'm Jason's wife.
What up?
Man, thank you so much. I love your partnership. I love your story. You guys are so inspiring. I had a question because, I mean, you guys both mentioned you're fully licensed, which I think is so important in this business, and especially if you're a partnership. So can you tell everybody while you're building, how to kind of, go about studying and passing those tests, but not take your foot off the gas as far as, building, because we got a lot of people on this call that are going for their 6-2, but, they still need to keep their business going. So how did you guys balance that and manage that?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I mean, when I think back to what, guys, you got to get fanatical about this business. That's one way I'm gonna kick it off, because some people are like, hey, I got to shut my business down and study, or, I can't study because I'm working on my business. You can do both. You should do both, man. But what it's going to cost you is you cutting out every other thing that's going on during that same amount of time. So for us, you guys, we woke up early mornings studying. We studied through the day, night studying. Now, if our team needed us and we had appointment scheduled, we break, go do the appointment, come back and start back studying. And so what we see in situations where people are like, well, I can't do both. It's just a matter of applying themselves and realizing I'm distracted by something else. Right. And if you realize that, hey, this license is going to set me free and give me the ability to go RVP, look, I will stay up all night if I have to. By the time we were actually getting ready to go take our Series 6 exam, I was about to break down. Don had to encourage me. I'm like, look, I'm tired. I don't want to study no more. He's like, look, we almost there. We're almost done. But you got to realize, guys, you want to keep your production up while you're also going to get that license, because if you don't, you're going to lose your momentum. And your momentum is the biggest thing that's going to actually push you into RVP. So you just got to manage your time. I would say limit what you're doing during that period of studying. And if you actually focus on it, it won't take you a long, long time to do. But if you limit it to, I'm doing KTs, inspiring my team and studying, that's it for right now. You got to limit some things, you guys. You just got to determine how bad do you want it, right? How bad do you want, how early will you wake up to study for 2 or 3 hours before you start your day? All right. And then when you finish your appointment, will you come back and study again? And then how late will you stay up to go ahead and study as well? But there's definitely a balance to it. I'll let Don kind of hit on it as well. But guys, we just cut some things out. And we said, this time I can't focus on anything else. I can't afford to be distracted right now. I know what I got my hands on.
Right. And I think that just understanding how big the licenses are and how much it'll change your life. I think people realize they'll have to do both because I was getting ready to go to the military. I didn't have the best grades, but when I was going to the military, all of my friends and family knew, hey, man, this guy's going to be gone for, 8-9 months. Right. And he's going to come back with either, licenses in the military. He's going to come back in shape. He's going to do all these things. He's going to do everything at the same time. Right. And I knew that if I can get somebody else to push me to do that, I knew I could push myself. And so our day times were for our clients and our agents, and our night times were for our studying. Right. Whenever the sun went down, we were studying. Anytime during the day, it was clients, business, agents, recruiting, closing policies. But just like any office, and you can afford this for a period of time, but any financial office, they close about 6 p.m. Your clients you don't have to do business past 6. It's just that Primerica is so phenomenal. We just keep doing appointments from 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10, right? But if you wake up and you say from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., it's for my clients and my agents. And after 6 p.m., I'm studying until you're going to pass all of your tests and your production is going to be through the roof the entire time. But sometimes people just don't shut their business down. It's okay to, hey, I'll call you in the morning because this evening time I'm using to get my Series 6, my SIE, whatever I need to do. That's it.
Good question. All right, guys. I think Ed wants to say something before we close it out. Can you, he's trying. I can see him. Nope, can't hear you, Coach. You guys know Ed and technology.
How about now? How about now? You
There
got me?
go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
What's
Hey,
up,
you can turn
Coach?
that one down. All right. Hey, listen. Donald Breanna McNeil, a name to be reckoned with, guys. Listen to this. This is going to be something awesome. This is the beginning of something good. Where are you at right now in your career and what you've been doing? I'm telling you, hey, my hat's off to you, brother. My hat's off to both of you. You guys, phenomenal, man. Just touch the heart. And I'm telling you, hey, you made a big impact. And let me tell you, that same fast start school that you started, I was there too. I snuck into that fast start. It was a gold and black and yellow, black or something like that.
Sam
And they had me speak. Yeah, I remember I was, yeah, it was very good stuff. But hey, listen, by the way, my regards, when you see Bill and you see, give him a big old hug on my part, let him know that, hey, listen, we got them in prayer and we're always, rooting for you guys. Okay. So I really appreciate that. But listen, I'm just want to let you all know that you knocked it out of the park. I'm excited about what's happening here, how we're moving this forward, man. We're over here at the office. Look at this. I mean, we got the whole team over here. Just get in and RVPs over here, man. And I am telling you, man, we got to continue. I mean, everything that's going on right now, we got to step back into this game and just, hey, business as usual. I mean, hey, let's max it out, with all the Zoom and all that stuff. But let's continue moving forward, man. Let's continue moving forward like nothing's happening. People are doubling and tripling their businesses during these times. A lot of business out there are just falling through the cracks. Our business is exploding. Primerica business is exploding because I am telling you, this company's been touched by God. I mean, we're protected here and we just got to continue moving forward, man, because, hey, we are the solution for this country. I honestly believe. I mean, what we stand for, everything, what we do for families, for middle income families, how you could make some serious money in this business. It's phenomenal, man. We just got to take advantage of it. Okay. And here's my challenge to you guys. And Donald, Breanna, thank you so much. Thank you for, sharing with us and all that. I mean, that was phenomenal. But to the team, everyone's on this call. There's probably over 100 people here. Listen, guys, here. I'm going to challenge you. Right now, we're sitting at over 100 recruits and 100,000 in premium as a hierarchy. Okay. Hey, if everyone here by Monday, hey, I'm going to challenge you guys. By Monday, we could double what we got if everyone here just goes out and do their one by one. I mean, by Monday, do one recruit and another 1,000 in premium, bam, and we double it. We're at 200,000. Okay. We're at 200,000. We could do that. And then let's take the next week and do it again, man. So we could finish this thing off at 300, 400,000 in protection. Everybody's going to be making money. Main thing first is that we're going to be helping families. You're going to be make money. I mean, it's going to be a win-win-win situation all the way through. Okay. So let's go after it, man. Let's go after Edward. I thank you so much for putting it all together. I thank all of you for being in this call. Hey, listen, we just got to come back to the office and let's get this thing rocking, man. Let's get it going. Okay. So without any further ado, do we have anything else? Did we miss it? All right. Here we go. On the count of three. We are aviators on the count of three. Here we go. Ready? All right, 1, 2, 3. We are aviators. Hey, thank you, Edward. You're the man.